Let's talk first about the barrel. In cleaning the barrel of a revolver, it's the same technique as we used in the .45 automatic. While we're cleaning the barrel, it's an ideal time to clean the cylinder. We have 6 individual chambers here. They're just nothing more than a miniature barrel. As I'm scrubbing the barrel, I will also scrub the individual chambers. Same technique, same process to do the job well. While I'm in that area, I will take the ejection crane and I will look inside and I will see if there's any dirt. Usually there is. Take the brush, try to get as much out as I can. If it won't, then I will take the solvent, put it on a brush, force it open, rotate it, and clean it. Oh, it's dirtier than it looked. It's a good idea to clean it. Rotate it around. At this point, just take a rag, wipe it out. This is a water-based solvent. Okay. Now, as I'm cleaning the rest of the cylinder, what I'm going to do is come up here to the front. This is the area where a revolver has the most amount of dirt. Okay. It'll have lead rings. It will also have carbon fouling. Do the same thing. Now, there are 2 ways to do it. One, I'm going to use a lead-away cloth. You may have that out already. Watch as I scrub this. Quite easy. Several years ago, you couldn't do this because they didn't have this product. See the difference? Now, the other technique that we're going to use, same thing. We're going to use a cloth. Use our bore cleaning solvent in the gel form, and I'm going to put a little bit more on than I normally do because I'm going to clean all the way around, including the outside of the cylinder, because there may be some fouling there. Let's compare. See how well they come off. If it's extremely tough and it's got a lot of leading on it, you may want to let it stay on there and use a brush. Go all the way around. Look at that. Very dirty. Let's check our cylinder. It's getting clean. It looks like it needs another application. We'll do that a little bit later. Go over the rest of the cylinder and make sure that all the flutes are clean. These are called flutes. Oftentimes this gets dirty from the splashback of your lead. Another critical area in a revolver, and it's called the forcing cone. That's this area. When shooting high velocity lead bullets, you'll get an awful lot of lead that will build up here, primarily in single action revolvers. Right there. It's very tough to get out. I recommend taking that out with a good solvent in a brush. Just as we did before. Scrub it on. It may require several applications, but it'll come off. Let's just give it a little scrub. Okay. Take a rag and we're going to wipe it off. While we're in this area, let's just go around the window and clean it, just in case that there's any additional fouling. That's going to require, it's coming off pretty good, but it's going to require a little bit more cleaning. Take your rag, clean in the window. Look at it. See how it is. Make sure that this area is very clean here, free of any dirt, grit, or sand. It's very important because that's where the cylinder is going to rotate to. This is a firing pin hole, and we need to make sure that that's very clean as well. One other area that we need to get at to is this area. Clean that out with any dirt or grime. Now, most of the critical surfaces are now pretty well clean. What we need to do is look at where we're going to lube it and what kind of lube that we're going to use. Okay, this is a nice area. What we're going to do is use a anti-seizing oil, and what it's for is primarily for stainless steel. We're going to put a few drops in this area. We can work it in with our finger or a soft cloth if you care to. Another area is here. A few drops there, work it in. Oh, it works a lot smoother. Now, We have an area here that we haven't talked about. Down here, the ejector rod is going to fit in there, so we want to make sure that's clean, and we're going to put just one tiny little drop there. Rub it in. Now, there are several areas on the inside that need some lubrication. However, this will involve taking the pistol apart. If you aren't familiar with your pistol, what you can do is to get the AGI Armorers Series video, and it explains to you how to assemble it, disassemble it, lube it, and clean it, and also how to do a few other little items. Now, while you have it apart, what you can do is to add some of Smith & Wesson's high-tech lubricant to the interior moving parts of the pistol. Works quite well. Now, this is stainless steel, and oftentimes it may have a little bit of rust on it or some scratches. What we have is a stainless steel cleaner, or a polish, I should say. Now, it works equally as well on stainless steel as it does for other gun finishes. Blued finishes, it won't harm those. If you think stainless steel won't rust, you're wrong. Treat stainless steel just like any other firearm metal. Take your rust inhibiting cloth, wipe it down very well before you put it away. We showed you some techniques for cleaning a revolver, but I'm sure that after cleaning yours for a couple of times, you'll develop your own technique and it'll be quite efficient.
Now let's review the proper process for cleaning a revolver. Make certain that the revolver is unloaded. Next, clean the cylinder face, the ejector, and the forcing cone. Now run a test patch through the bore to determine its condition. Clean the bore using brush and cleaner and/or the Lewis lead remover. Run a dry test patch and repeat the process until the patch is clean. Next, clean the chambers like individual bores. Now clean the window, cylinder flutes, and ejector rod seat. Clean and polish the external surfaces. Apply lubricant to the ejector rod and seat, and apply lubricant to the internal parts if applicable. Now wipe down the revolver with a rust inhibitor.